You've been told baking soda can clean anything, your sink, your oven, even your mattress. But here's the truth. Some of what you've heard is genius, and some is complete hype. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on this so-called miracle powder, revealing when it's the hero of your home and when it's just taking up space in your pantry. Stick with me until the end because I'm going to share a few game-changing baking soda hacks you've never heard of, and one dangerous mistake that most people make without even realizing it. If you love learning how to make your home cleaner, safer, and a little more magical, tap that subscribe button and let's dive in. Imagine it's the early 1900s. Your great-grandmother is in her kitchen. No store-bought sprays, no disinfecting wipes, no all-purpose cleaner aisle at the supermarket. What she does have is a simple cardboard box with a red label, baking soda. She uses it for everything, scrubbing the sink, freshening the fridge, brushing her teeth, even calming heartburn. In those days, baking soda wasn't just a cleaner, it was part of life. And over the decades, the legend grew. Generations passed down the knowledge like a family heirloom. By the time your parents or grandparents were raising a family, baking soda was already the Swiss Army knife of the home. Safe, cheap, and surprisingly effective. Then came the internet. Suddenly, baking soda became the star of millions of blog posts, YouTube hacks, and TikTok cleaning trends. There's something so appealing about it. It's non-toxic, it's in almost every kitchen, and it feels old-fashioned in the best way. In a world full of chemical-heavy sprays with names you can't pronounce, baking soda feels like that trustworthy friend who's been with you all along. But here's where things get interesting. With social media came a flood of cleaning claims, some true, some exaggerated, and some completely false. You've probably seen videos of people pouring baking soda over absolutely everything in their house, as if it's a magic powder that erases dirt on contact. The truth is, baking soda is powerful, but it's not a miracle worker. It has specific strengths and very real limitations. The more you understand why it works, the better you can use it to your advantage, and stop wasting your time on the hacks that don't actually do anything. Before we get into the science, I want you to think about your own home for a second. Is there a smell in the fridge that never quite goes away? A stovetop stain that laughs at every cleaner you throw at it? Or maybe you've noticed how expensive cleaning products have gotten lately, and you're wondering if you could ditch half of them for a $1 box of baking soda. This is where knowing the real truth about baking soda becomes your secret weapon. Not just because it's cheap, but because it's gentle, versatile, and when used the right way, surprisingly effective at keeping your home fresh, clean, and truly germ-free. So, let's roll up our sleeves and uncover the truth. In the next section, I'm going to break down the science of baking soda in a way that's easy to understand, so you'll finally know exactly when to reach for it and when to leave it on the shelf. If you've ever wondered why baking soda can do everything from scrubbing your sink to keeping your fridge odor-free, the answer lies in its chemistry. Now, don't worry, I'm not about to give you a boring high school science lecture. I'm going to explain this in plain, practical language so you really get it. Baking soda is officially called sodium bicarbonate. That name might sound intimidating, but here's what it means. Sodium is just a type of salt, not the same as table salt, but part of the same salt family. Bicarbonate is a compound that acts as a mild alkaline substance. Here's the key. Alkaline equals not acidic. That's important because many household messes like food stains, grease, and bad odors are acidic in nature. When baking soda comes in contact with these acidic substances, it neutralizes them. This neutralizing effect is why it can cancel out odors and break down certain stains. Think of it like this. If acid is fire, baking soda is the gentle water that cools it down. It doesn't burn away the mess like bleach would, but it calms it, changes its structure, and makes it easier to remove. Unlike harsh commercial cleaners that rely on strong acids or powerful synthetic chemicals, baking soda works more slowly and softly. This makes it ideal for surfaces that you don't want to damage, like stainless steel, ceramic cooktops, or even certain fabrics. And here's another secret. Baking soda is mildly abrasive. That means those tiny, soft crystals act like micro scrubbers when you rub them against a surface. They help lift away dirt and grime without scratching, as long as you're not scrubbing too aggressively. If you heard that baking soda works well to mask odors, you heard right. One of the most famous uses for baking soda is deodorizing, but it doesn't just cover up smells like an air freshener would, it actually neutralizes them. Here's why. Odors are caused by molecules in the air, many of which are acidic. Baking soda's alkalinity reacts with these molecules, changing their chemical structure so they no longer smell. That's why you can leave an open box in the fridge and notice a huge difference in just a few days. But here's the twist. Baking soda isn't magic. It can only neutralize odors it comes into direct contact with. That means it works great in enclosed spaces like a fridge or a small pantry, but sprinkling it in the corner of a giant room and expecting it to freshen the air, that's not going to happen. Here's something most people don't know. Baking soda can make other cleaners work better. For example, if you mix it with liquid soap, it adds extra scrubbing power. Combine it with vinegar, and you'll get that fizzy reaction that's perfect for clearing sink drains. Now, a quick myth-busting moment. You've probably seen endless online videos about mixing baking soda and vinegar for deep cleaning. And yes, it looks dramatic. All that foaming feels like something powerful is happening. But the truth is, the fizz is actually the two ingredients neutralizing each other. You're basically ending up with salty water. So while it's great for unclogging drains because the bubbling helps loosen debris, it's not the miracle all-purpose cleaner it's made out to be. So here's the truth about baking soda. It's not magic, but it is a versatile, gentle, and surprisingly powerful tool when you know how and where to use it. It neutralizes odors, lifts stains, adds a little scrubbing power, and can even boost other cleaners, all without harsh chemicals or damaging surfaces. But remember, it's not a cure-all. Skip the overhyped hacks, focus on where it actually works, and you'll save yourself both time and frustration. If this helped you see baking soda in a whole new light, imagine what else we can uncover together. There are so many everyday products with hidden strengths, and a few with secret weaknesses. So if you want more real, no-fluff cleaning tips to make your home healthier and truly germ-free, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and drop a comment telling me your favorite way to use baking soda. I'd love to hear what's worked and what hasn't in your home. Thanks for spending this time with me. Here's to a cleaner, fresher, and happier home, one small step at a time.